Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another edition of G.T.E Professional Network Podcast. I'm your host, Ed Peterson. Today's date is Thursday. Of course, this is Throwback Thursday. As we continue to educate and uplift all of our entrepreneurs, churches, nonprofit organizations across the country, how to build and grow their network in the area where they do business, utilizing their website as a marketing tool and a lead generating machine, as well as using AI chatbot, which we can also do. Again, Global Touch Enterprise is my company. We do web design and marketing, and we assist entrepreneurs, startup companies, as well as organizations across the country, how to build and grow their network in the area where they do business. So, well, we got a great topic for today as I continue to get inquiries on my website in reference to what you guys are looking for, reference to helping you to grow and build your business. Well, I'm super excited to be able to share this with you because this is something that is going to be continuing ongoing. For the month of July, we're doing our growth series as we continue to do our podcast every Tuesday and Thursdays at 2 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. And basically, we have our workshops coming up. We had a successful workshop on the 19th of this month, and we really had a great opportunity for our ambassador showcase as well on the 21st of this month. And so as we continue to do our workshops, we have another one coming up on August the 16th, and then another second ambassador showcase, which will be also on August the 19th. And as we continue to grow our businesses and help others in the marketplace to build and grow on a regular, consistent basis and utilizing tools that's relevant in the marketplace today. And then how do we market our business? How do we grow our networks? How do we hit our target market where the people are so we can go out and reach them? Well, it's always tools and strategies that we can use and compose and come up with to help you guys achieve this goal. But we also have another update that we're going to be sharing too, which is called Explore Nation, which is the new magazine that we're going to be launching here in Houston, Texas, in reference to Stage 1 in Action. This is a nonprofit organization that my company, Global Touch Enterprise, has co-op with, that we're helping our young people, high school and college students, on entrepreneurship and skill sets that they're going to need to grow in the marketplace. So I'm super excited about that. I went to schools, the high schools, the colleges around Houston and around, the state, so we can kind of get some insight in reference to what the kids are going to need that's going to be relevant for them and what they want to look into doing themselves. You'll be amazed at what the kids can share and come up with when it comes to what their passion is, and they're very expressive when it comes to that. So I'm super excited about that regard too as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we just have a great opportunity here to maximize the moment that we have working with our young people and educating them and giving them the skill sets and tools that they need to build and becoming wise master builders. And as servant leaders, that's what we do. That's what we're here for, so we can continue to build and grow. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, with Explore Nation Stage 1 in Action, of course, CEO is ex-NFL player Dwight Johnson, based out of course, he's originally from Texas. And he's the CEO of the organization Stage 1 in Action. And they follow 4 pillars, basically, to educate and uplift our young people, which is all about personal development, professional development, talent development, and community involvement. And so with those 4 pillars, ladies and gentlemen, we're able to build our young people on a level like never before. And also giving them the tools, again, like I said, set so that they can continue to build their vision, their dreams on a regular basis. So we're here to support that. You want to go to my website at globaltouchenterprise.net, and you want to look at what Stage 1 is really up to and what they're doing, and what we have ambassadors across the country as well as around the world, because we're in 22 states and 11 countries with Stage 1 in Action. So you want to go to the website at stage1inaction.org. That would be the place to go to look more about it, to see exactly what all we're doing. And again, with the Explore Nation magazine, which I'm helping to put together this piece, centerfold here in Texas, this is going to be an opportunity for us to help young people. It's going to be a positive magazine, something you've never seen before, something that's going to be unique in the marketplace when it comes to uplifting our young people. It's going to be a 96-page magazine. We're talking about live, work, and explore. And so we want to be 48 pages are going to go for our coaches and our ambassadors. And then the other 48 pages is going to be for our marketers and advertising. So we have this, it's going to be a physical magazine that we're putting together, and it's going to be reaching over 30,000 homes that we're going to distribute it to, so we can kind of keep that ball rolling as we grow. And this is going to be a launch set that we want to do. We want to get it off the ground by mid-August so we can really collapse the time frames and help others so that way we can help ourselves. And basically looking in the communities that we serve and that we're in, we have an opportunity of a lifetime, ladies and gentlemen, to build up our communities like never before. And coming together, utilizing what I call the PHP effect, people helping people. And the more people you help get what they want, you're going to automatically get what you want. So with that, we got a great topic for today. And everybody's been asking me, filling out my form on the website. My AI chatbot that's been replying and responding to them has given me an opportunity to look at and review what questions were asked and what's the most questions asked when people fill out the form on my website. And everybody's been asking about, Ed, how do I build my online business with my website? I have a website, but what do I do? How do I get it up and running the way I need to? And what's the efforts that I need to put into it? Monetarily speaking, what can I do to monetize and put some information on there that's going to be relevant for my customers or my target market that I serve? Well, the answer to that, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a product or service, business, or both, and you have a brick and mortar location, which some do, some don't, if you're just internet-based only, like me, I'm just internet-based, but I also have a physical location for my office where I meet my clients in reference to designing and building websites or putting together marketing campaigns, things of that nature that I've been able to do for them here. So to effectively build an online business using a website, first of all, let me start this off. We're going to talk to our startup companies, young entrepreneurs, people who want to get off the ground with their concept and idea that they put together. And as long as you have a marketing plan, a business plan, marketing plan, and basically you have a profit and loss, and you kind of formulated the business and you registered the business name with the state, then you're doing good. Now, if you do have a website or you don't have a website, of course you're going to know, everybody knows you need a website. That's the first step. If you have a brick and mortar location, then you definitely want to have a website because you want to be also customized in your effects of what you want to share, the content, and give to your audience what it is that they can be looking at reference to your business. So if you're looking at it, you want to start by defining your business idea and target audience, who that is going to be. Then you want to create a professional website within the e-commerce functionality. That's if you have products that you want to sell online. If you have a service business that you want to sell online too, you can do that. But you want to secure a domain name and hosting, because every site, there's a hosting fee. I don't know why people don't believe that, but that's true. You want to design a user-friendly site that's not only user-friendly, but mobile-friendly. You want to optimize it for search engines, SEOs, through Google. You want to integrate secure payment processing and shipping options. And finally, you want to launch and market your site on your online store. You want to market your online store so people know exactly where to go. Now, normally what I do is before I build any sites for any client, I got to at least learn who they are, understand exactly what their purpose is and their personality, because I want to put their effects in the website as I design it. So whatever their color schemes are, if they have a logo, if they don't have a logo, you want to brand your business by having a logo. So people identify you with that logo, which represents who you are. Now, if you have a logo, fine. But again, you got to get you a domain name and hosting. And if you don't have a designer or builder, we can do that. And you can go to my website at globaltouchenterprise.net. And we just have something that we want to share with everybody so you guys can get the full story as to how to build this properly so that way you leave no stone unturned. So with this opportunity here, since my class of, and people have been filling out the form on the website, when you go to my website at globaltouchenterprise.net, on the home page, you're going to see a form there. That's what you're going to use to fill it out. If you want to chat, we have a chat opportunity there too for our chat bot to chat with you online. Now, if you don't have a website and you need a website, first of all, what type of business do you have? 2, are you looking at the industry that you're in? And 3, is that industry growing? And 4, what are you doing that's different from your competitors? Observe the masses and do the opposite. So you want to kind of identify, first of all, your niche and your target audience by determining basically what products and services you're going to offer and who is going to be your ideal customer. So when people say, hey, I got a website, but I don't know what I'm doing with the website, it's not doing anything. Well, it's not going to do anything because you're not putting any efforts into making it do what it needs to do. And a lot of people have websites, but not using it to the full potential. Depending on how it's built, if it's up to date, if it's interactive, if it's user-friendly, mobile-friendly, you got a video up there, you got your content type, and you got your SEOs and SEMs done, search engine optimizations, and search engine marketing. And then you got your social media links there. Then where you're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Fanbase, which I love Fanbase, whichever one you're on, you want to have those links. Now, if you're putting together this business, and let's say you're a product business, you're selling products, you're selling T-shirts or whatever, and you want to market that shirt or the products that you have. And you got various different types of shirts, different sizes and colors and so forth. So your online store has to represent what you're doing. And then you have to give a description and the sizes and the amount it's going to cost them. And then how much of the shipping cost will be for it to get shipped directly to them. Now, if you have a brick and mortar location, they can order and pick it up at the store. You can do it that way. Online, they can order online and pick it up at the store. But if you're shipping it to the customer, then you're going to need to have all of that information down. So you got to do your research, too, of your competitors in the marketplace that you're in. Whatever industry you're working out of, whether it's in retail, whether it's in cosmetics, no matter what industry you're in, you want to research your competition. Look at what they're doing and see how they're doing it and what's working for them in the marketplace. So you want to analyze your competitors to understand their offerings and identify opportunities to differentiate yourself from them. But your offerings, what offers are you giving on a regular, consistent basis? The more offers you give, ladies and gentlemen, the stronger you get. So you want to make sure you're doing that consistently. Research your competitors. Now, you also want to develop a strong brand identity. Remember, I said that earlier. So you want to create a unique brand name, a logo, and your visual style that resonates with your target audience as well. So when I say visual style, your flow of the website, the color schemes of the website, and what products that you're having that you're going to be selling on the website that's going to also have that particular visual style, whether it be images, unique images, or custom images that you've put together and create from a photographer or a videographer that you hire to help you put this together. So that's what you want to do. And so as to me as a web designer, I'm always looking for the personal stuff from my clients, so that way it can show their uniqueness and their visual style of what they like this on the website that's going to reach your target audience, their target audiences as well. So to build a website, as we always look at it, we got the header, the body, and the footer. Those 3 steps right there, 3 sections of the website on the homepage. Well, how you arrange all of that is up to you, and how the designer come up with based on what you give them. Now, if you have no clue, which most of you don't, I'm not going to fault you for that, but you want to choose a website platform. So you want to select an e-commerce platform like Shopify, Wix, or Squarespace, or a web builder like Hostinger that suits your need and budget. Now, you have to have a budget when you do this. Now, as the business owner and as an entrepreneur, you got to have a budget to build your business. And you got whatever profits you make, because profits are better than wages, you want to put the majority of the profits back into the business to grow it. It's interesting to me that a lot of us don't do that. It's also interesting to me that that's business 101. You should know that. And so when I ask my clients about budgeting themselves and what's the budget, well, I don't have a budget. Okay. Well, then what do you want to spend and what can you afford to spend on this particular website? So we have packages that I put together for my startup companies, churches, nonprofit organizations, so they don't have to spend a whole lot of capital up front. Of course, everybody's charging thousands of dollars a pop here and there for the websites and for putting all that together. I don't do that. My goal is volume and helping the people build, because as you grow, so should your website grow along with you, meaning that it's updatable, it's relatable, and it's going to be relevant in the marketplace for today. So you want to secure your domain name in web hosting. You're going to register a relevant domain name and choose a relevant web hosting provider. Each one of those builders that I named, like Shopify, Wix, or Squarespace, they have their own built-in hosting when you do that. And that's just to maintain it. It's like paying rent for your website to be visible on the internet, for those who don't know. So, but basically, you want to design your website. You want to create a user-friendly and visual appealing website with clear navigation and product pages. However many pages you have, whether it's 5 pages, 10 pages, or 50 pages, your goal is to have these links, hyperlinks, these links that you can have, extensions we call, so that way you can guide your customers, and we use what they call CTA, call to action, so that way you can point them to the particular page that you want your customers to go to either visual and see the product or service you're providing, and also make a purchase. So your conversion rate should be up because you're guiding them on where to go consistently. And when you're doing your promotions and marketing campaigns, you should be linking it to the particular pages you want them to go. Don't just put the whole domain name and nothing else, and that's it. You want to guide them specifically on where to go. If you're selling a particular product, a shirt, or item that you have, you want to take them to that particular item on that page. So that way you can have an opportunity to close these deals, and your conversion rates can get higher just by doing that versus you just giving them the website and then they got to find and look for everything. People ain't going to waste that kind of time. Not today. And again, we are a quote unquote a society of convenience. So you've got to make it convenient for them to go in and shop on your website. Okay. So once you've done that, now you want to add your products and services on the page on your online store that you have. So you want to organize your products into categories. You want to write compelling product descriptions and high quality images that's going to represent that brand, that product that you're having online. So you want to set up a payment processing too. Now, I used to work for a company that does payment processing, and I used to be in merchant services. in the payment processing industry. Now, that's a big industry, but you want to get one that's going to be secure, that's going to be relevant to your business and tailor fit for your business. Okay, every payment processing is not a good fit for everybody. I'll say that again. Every payment processing company is not fit for everybody. You have to find the one that's going to be suitable for you. So, integrate secure payment gateways. You got like PayPal or Stripe, or others, or even most people go through their banks if they got good relationship there, and then they can get the fees. But there's associated fees. Believe me when I say this. There are associated fees for every transaction being used on the Visa, MasterCard, Discover, or American Express. They will charge fees for every process. It's a processing fee that you as a merchant is going to pay on every transaction that gets swiped with their debit or card, or they use their card online to make a purchase. So just be included that you know that that's there. So it may eat up some of your profits, but it shouldn't eat up all your profits. So you got to make enough in there to kind of put that together. So now, the last part of this, and I want to talk to you quickly about that part because that was something that we need. But now to launch and market your website. Now, we just talked about picking out the information. This is from start to finish that I'm giving you. So we started out where we talked about coming up with a concept, an idea for your business, your brand, putting it together, getting your website together, and making sure that you, with how many pages you want, and the products, the steps on how to put that together, and doing everything that you need to do to make it look appealing to your target market. And then making sure you have the right content to grab and reach your people. So now to launch the market your website, now that you got it up and running, everything looks good, and you got people to look at your website just to give you feedback on what that is. If you have forms on your website, you should. If you have a blog on your website, you should. You want to basically keep them in the loop on what's relevant to your business, to your brand on a regular, consistent basis. And social media links that I shared with you earlier, you're going to need to have all of that so that way they can go to your site and see that. And then if you're on Facebook, like I said, Instagram, LinkedIn, any of those, TikTok, whatever, you want to basically keep the same content from the website that's going to be also on social media, and you want to make sure that all your marketing efforts are pointed directly to your website. Key. So, launch and market your website. You want to optimize for search engines, SEOs. We talked about that earlier, but that's search engine optimization. So you want to ensure your website is easily discoverable by using relevant keywords and optimizing your website's structure. Yes, keywords, AdWords, things that your clients might type in Google to find out what they're looking for. You need to know. If you have a particular t-shirt or product, you want to put that product name in there, whatever that is. If it's a lamp, whatever, batteries, whatever. You want to put that in there, okay? So when people type in and look for that, your information will pop up along with all the other companies along with it. That's also selling the similar things that you're selling as well. So now, Ed, we got the website up. You told me that we need to optimize for search engine. Now, what's the next step? Well, the next step is to promote your website. You got to run the promotions, understanding, again, the 5 P's of marketing. It's all about the people, the product, the price, the place, and the promotion. Once you understand the 5 P's of marketing, ladies and gentlemen, you can be successful. So you want to promote your website. Utilize social media marketing, content marketing, email marketing, and paid advertising to drive traffic to your website. I'm going to say that again. You want to utilize social media marketing, content marketing, email marketing, and paid advertising to drive traffic to your website. Now, I just listed to you what you can do to promote your website. If you're doing social media marketing regularly, consistently, you're doing good. Content marketing, hey, what is that? What is content marketing? Well, what you have on your website, you need to be posting that on social media, search engines. Also, any digital flyers you have that you promote and send out, you can do that as well. Content marketing, email marketing. If you notice that you got MailChimp, you can use that. They got templates that you can use to basically put together an email marketing campaign that you can send out to all of your people who opted in to get information from you when they fill out the form on your website or connected or contacted you via email. Okay, so you have that data. Use that data consistently. Now, you can also do what is called paid advertising to drive traffic to your website. You got Google ads, you got social media ads that you can do and you can pay for. And they Google, they use the PPC method, pay per click. So if you put up a budget, you want to set the parameters as to how much you want to spend per day. It's up to you, and then they tell you exactly the size of demographic of people that you're going to reach within that budget, within that amount that you set. So that's another thing that you're going to be looking at, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to building your business and your brand. So now that we got that to promote your website, that's what we need to do. Now, you want to provide excellent customer service. I say this all the time. If you give good quality customer service, excellent customer service, on a level where you respect and help others as you help yourself, you want to respond to your customers' inquiries promptly and resolve any issues efficiently. Where the AI chatbots come in at, ladies and gentlemen, they're up 24/7. They don't sleep. People are up now, 9 times out of 10, more than normal. So you got people up 2, 3, 4 in the morning. You can shop till you drop. You can make money while you're sleeping. But if you pay attention to this, ladies and gentlemen, by giving excellent customer service, making sure that you answer your customer inquiries promptly and resolve any issues efficiently, you will be a successful business owner, online as well as offline. Always, it's all about providing excellent customer service, period. If you do this, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be successful. You can win. And if you have a team in place, educate them on that. Let them know. And we have to educate our customers on the products and services we provide, especially if they don't know what it is that we're selling. What kind of business is this? What type of business are you? You want to educate them. So you want to monitor and analyze website performances. Now, the builders have this built into the website, but Google Analytics also keeps up with that. But your builder has whatever builder your designer put together for you, whether it's WordPress, like I said, Shopify, Wix, or the other. You want to kind of look and monitor that. That's how you can analyze and see what's working, what's not working, how you can tweak it and make it better. So track your key metrics like traffic, sales, and conversion rates to identify areas for improvement. Now, if you're tracking this, you'll be successful because you're doing something that nobody mostly is doing. Because they just think they got the website, oh, it's going to be nice, it's a beautiful thing, and no marketing, no promotion, no measuring to see exactly what's there, how many people visited the website, how many people clicked on your website, all of that, how many sales you made. So you want to keep up with everything. So to maintain and grow your business, ladies and gentlemen, you want to keep your website up to date. Please remember this. If you keep your website updated, regularly update your website with new products, content, and security measures consistently. Now, I share this with all my clients when I'm designing websites for them, that if you don't update your website on a regular weekly basis, then you're going to be out of business, especially if you're a product and service business or both. It doesn't matter. You just want to continue to update your base, your hub, your go-to place where people are going to see exactly what it is you got going on in your business. Now, if they don't see no activity there, then they may figure out that you just abandoned ship and you're not there no more, even though the site is up, but there's nothing new. Well, you just jump ship. Okay. So you want to engage with your customers on a regular, consistent basis too. Now, engage your customers' feedback and build a strong online community with your people on a regular basis. Social media, you can get feedback there. You can ask probing questions. You can reply back to when they fill out the forms or make a purchase on your website. You can do all of that. We want to keep them engaged. Your blogs, if you're blogging, all of that. Okay. So you want to stay informed about industry trends that's relevant. These are tools. These are tools that help you continue to build successfully online. Continuously learn and adapt to new technologies and strategies that's going to help you grow like never before. And today we have that now with the AI race going on. And basically, we're here at Global Touch Enterprise, web design and marketing company based out of Houston, Texas. We're here to help you, to help your customers and build your business like never before. And so, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you have a great opportunity to maximize the moment and build continuously, like I said, on a regular, consistent basis. But you have to be in season as well as out of season, making sure that you follow the letter to every detailed step that you need to grow. Growth is the most important commodity on the planet to me. Without growth, we're just here to exist. We're not living. And that's not what we're here to do. So pick up the pace, get going, get moving, and let's get out here and build like never before. I want to thank you all for this opportunity to share this edition of G.T.E Professional Network Podcast. Again, I'm your host, Ed Peterson. And until next week, you guys want to keep the faith and keep building your dream.